YouTube, what is up? So today I have got the Spigen Tough Armor T series MagFit case for my iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, you can pick this up off of Amazon. I'll leave a link down in the description. It'll run you about 28 bucks. Now, this is part of their T series of cases, which means that the capture button is covered with a capacitive button, which is, it's really nice. And it's a dual layered case, to help with the drop protection, shock absorption. They even took it a little bit further. They say that they used engineered with AI for the foam in the corners to help with the shock resistance on that, which, that's pretty cool. And it has a kickstand.
Nice.
Speaking of AI, hey, I see that you're not subbed to my channel. Did you know that 97.5% of my viewers aren't subbed to my channel? I know, right? So sub to the channel, smash that like button, and what do you say? Let's get into this case. Got the Tough Armor T series here with MagFit. Now, like I was saying, this is a dual layered case. So as you can see, popping it off here, that it does have the softer, rubbery type of TPU plastic with the little, foam, a little extra foam on the inside, and especially up in those corners that you see, to help with that impact resistance. And then here on the outside, you have your, MagSafe ring here. You got your little kickstand, and this is a harder, type plastic.
Smart.
So what do you say? Let's go ahead and let's weigh this case. So I've got my scale here set up on grams. What are we looking at here? 58 grams. It's a little bit, heavier than, well, of course, like a slim case or anything like that. But this thing, with all the AI about it and all the extra little, foam, this is going to, protect your phone. So let's go ahead and put the Tough Armor here onto my phone, onto the 16 Pro Max. So there is the look on the phone. I do like, I think I got like a gunmetal color. They had like a gunmetal gray and then, or a black. But I do like the two-tone of the case. Very cool looking, especially, when you're going through the buttons and on the sides of it too. And it does have your little kickstand here to where you can view stuff, in landscape. I haven't had any issues. I've used the Tough Armors in the past with this little kickstand. It does seem a little bit on the flimsier side, but, it does, snap in, and it's nice and flush on the case with a little bit of that Spigen branding. Now, going around the case here, you got your volumes up and down, and I do like the action button up here. It's a different texture. I think it was the Ranky that it all seemed like the same type of buttons. So, muscle memory, it was a little confusing, to this old man. Aha! But it's nice because this is a textured button for the action button, and then, you have your volume up and down. So I didn't have as much issues with that. You have your sleep to wake button, your capture control button, and you have your cutouts, nice precise cutouts, good size USB-C cutout for third-party plugs and whatnot, and all the way around protection. Now, the feel in the hand, this is a little bit beefier than your typical case. It's not the most grippiest of cases, but it's not the slipperiest of cases. It does have some little sharp drop-offs. It's not like a rounded corner, but it does feel good. The feel on the back, it's not like, this is a hard plastic, but it feels soft. So how about that back tap? We get any back tap here? Oh, yep. There's back tap. Give it a little tappy tap tap.
With a little tappy, tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
The buttons are nice and clicky and good and responsive. The action button is nice and works well. And then the sleep to wake also works well. The click of the buttons, is, nice, responsive, tactile. Does have a nice tactile feel to them. So let's go ahead and let's check out the capacitive button here. Bring in my little Han Solo Lego guy and take a look here. And usually with Spigen, it's very fluid, very nice. It doesn't stutter, and the double taps, very smooth, very nice. Again, Spigen, with their capacitive buttons, really, really grade A stuff. Let's go ahead around the screen here and check the sides here. So this one, very, very stiff. Even when you come up around the button area, it comes out a little bit, but it snaps right back. And then down around the camera control, that's really stiff around camera control, and along the bottom, it comes out just a little bit, but it snaps right back. And up top, same thing. It just a little bit of give, but it snaps right back. Now going up in the corners here, it fits in pretty good. A little bit of force will bring it out a little bit, but it's not trying to jump off, so it just makes it nice and easy, when you're going to take this off of your phone. Go ahead and look at the camera and screen protection on this. So looking at the screen protection, it does have a nice lip around it. It's not the highest, not the lowest. It's probably, right about there, so you should have no problems, when you set your phone down. And looking at the camera ring, it's got a nice deep cut for, the camera protection on there, so you shouldn't have any issues when you go to set your phone down. How about those magnets? So I've got my magnet paper here. What do we got here? Spigen usually has nice solid magnets. It's hard to separate with their magnets, and these these looks like some clean magnets, not a lot of bleed. Of course, it's stopped right there because of your kickstand. But yeah, it looks solid. Let's go ahead and see if it charges and give it a little shake test. So I have my little 160 gram portable charger here. Let's take a look. And it charges. And let's take a look at that dewdrop. How's that going here? Yeah, there's some resistance there, with the magnets pushing against each other. You can hear that little click. So yeah, that's not too bad. All right, so let me position my fingers and let's give it a little shake, shall we? Yeah, that's about medium to hard shakeage. Once again, Spigen and their magnets. I'm trying not to click buttons. Too many buttons. Buttons. This thing's got too many buttons. Yeah, medium to hard shakeage. Not too shabby. But let's check it out with a magnetic wallet. So I've got my Andar leather wallet here, and this, also has really good magnets. And yeah, there's some good resistance there on the dewdrop. And also, the feel of this, softer, like material, it has, that helps with the resistance as well. It's not going anywhere. This fits on there very nice. Takes a good amount of effort. So if you have a magnetic wallet, you should be good. So let's say that you're looking for something, a little bit lighter, but still has the camera protection, and it still offers, some drop protection. I've got this video here for the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. This one, they've got these series with these cool little designs. Got a video right there if you want to check that out. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Peace and love.